What's going on, y'all? This is Podcast Agent Zero. On this video, I'm gonna go over Pop the Balloon or Find Love. This is the sister Arlette. I think I'm saying her name correctly. I'm not sure, but I said I was gonna do, react to one of her videos or a few of her videos because I feel like there's a lot of insights that I have that may be of assistance to some men out there, maybe some ladies that if there are some that's actually listening. But yeah, I think some insights that I'll be sharing that I tend to have while watching these videos could help get men a better idea of how to operate and display value when they're out in the dating marketplace. If they're pursuing something serious, or just have a better understanding of how they may come off, and also building up discernment with dealing with certain women. I mean, that's just some of the things I may cover here, but who knows what we're going to see. This is my first time actually seeing this. I just went in somewhere in the middle of the video to do some reaction. So let's go ahead and start with the videos.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single lady. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Jovanay.
Jovanay, how old are you?
28.
28, and what do you do?
I am a assistant community manager, and I'm also...
So just to butt in right here, what I tend to see when it comes to the Pop the Balloon platform, this particular platform, is that a lot of the ladies that's actually, featured or in the platform or on the panel, they tend to be 27 years old or higher. Not all of them, but most of them seem to be like late 20s, early 30s, late 30s even. And what it seems to be is, a lot of women kind of fuck off their prime years, the modern women. Not to say that they all did that. They tend to fuck off their prime years, and then they tend to get serious when the biological clock is running low. And so they really, put in the time and work to actually find a man. Like getting on platforms like this when they were younger, 22, 23, 21, 20, they were just fucking off, traveling, focus on career. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with any of those things. I'm just saying that if you want to prioritize a family and a husband, it's kind of best for you to find that man, a little younger, so that you can actually build with that man and understand, build with that man and grow with that man, so you get to a point where you can create a family with them. If that's your goal, you better start younger. It's best to start younger because your eggs, your fertility drops as you get older as a woman. I hope y'all know that, ladies. So pay attention to that.
Working to get my real estate license right now.
Okay, all right. And now what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to gather my friends and family together. I like to, honestly, I like to turn on my music and pour some wine and cook. Just hang out at home with my dog, and just sometimes I like to go out, but it just depends on like where we're going. But yeah.
All right. And now what are some things you look for in a man?
I look for an honest man, a man that has a lot of patience, one that is, emotionally stable as well. Someone that is on a path to spirituality with the Most High. So I look for that.
Okay, got it. And now what are some of your red flags? Like the choose...
Infidelity is a red flag. Infidelity, any domestic type of situation. So if you're not able to handle a conversation or have a mature conversation, I just don't do loud conversations at all. That also has to tie in with the emotional maturity as well. So those are like my main red flags. Also, someone who's not able to set a boundary for themselves and also respect boundaries as well. So,
all right.
That is kind of powerful that she said, I don't know exactly how she means it, but setting a man that can set a boundary for himself, that's what she actually looks for. That's kind of powerful if she means it in the way that I think she means it, because a man that's actually, set, masculine boundaries for himself tends to be one that, if he's setting boundaries for himself, he set boundaries for the things that he loves and the things that he creates, and he fights and protects that. And so that trickles down into the very important traits of a man that's a leader, that's leading a family or head of a household, to be a provider and a protector. He'll do that for his woman, his friends, his family, his business, his home, and anything that he believes in or that he loves. That's the way we show love, is providing and protecting. So a man having boundaries for himself, masculine boundaries, actually loves himself. And so he goes the extra mile for himself and the ones that he loves.
Cool. So as you see here, we have no pop balloons.
Okay.
So what that means, I'm going to go ahead and switch it on over to you.
Okay.
So for the first round, I am going to have you pop, how many balloons should we do?
Just to add one more thing, if you have those masculine boundaries, you must earn love from that man. That's the other thing. He just does not give it away freely.
Let's do 2 balloons.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you pop 2 balloons just based off of, who doesn't really fall into your type or whatever it may be. So let me hand you this, and you can just go ahead and pop those 2, and I'll ask you why you ended up popping.
Dang. Okay.
Okay, and one more.
And
All right, we can stay down here.
I'm sorry.
We can all kind of guess why she popped this balloon. We're just going to go ahead and see. We're not going to assume here, but, well, we are assuming. But I think, y'all know what's going on here. Let's just go ahead and roll.
All right, let's start with your name and age.
What's up? I'm Justin, 34.
Okay, and Justin, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Well, she's very well spoken. She seems like a lady who knows what she wants. I'm approaching 35. I feel like I've done what I need to do as a young man, and I'm stepping into the next level. She seemed like she was up there at the next level. Other than that, that's the only reason why I kept it unpopped.
Okay, got it. So why did we end up popping his balloon?
It is just the height.
Missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, see, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It would just be the height for me. I would say.
This is my opinion, man. This is my opinion. You don't never come off saying, like, when it comes to rejection, he's not salty. I'm not saying. And of course, there's, confident men that knows their worth or their value understand that a woman may be missing out when they reject them. But you don't just voice it out there like that, missing out. Like that kind of gives off lack of abundance consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it'd just be like, oh, okay, well, your loss, or okay, we wouldn't meant to be. Well, it is what it is. I ain't you're missing out. That's hell no, bro. Hell no. That doesn't give off a high value from you. You must demonstrate that in all ways that you can. If you don't have it in your height, it got to be displayed in other ways. You got to play the game. The game is the game. Play it. You feel me?
Or just my physical type.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But you are very handsome. You're well dressed, though. I love the shades.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like the guy that you would call on the weekend.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's go back over here. Your name and age.
Paul, I'm 39.
Okay, and Paul, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Just 'cause it's well put together. I kind of saw the height thing coming. I'm 5'10", but just with heels, not really cutting it, I guess.
Okay, so he thinks height is the reason why. Is that why he's not
Honestly, to be honest, I had to pop a balloon. Honestly,
Okay.
I had to pop a balloon. You guys all look great, so I just had to pop a balloon.
Okay, so he is someone.
Man, cut the crap, man. You had to pop you had to pop a balloon, but it was his. So why was it his? That's the thing that gets me too with this shit. Like, it was his, so just give a reason why it was his. But again, women are more accommodating by nature, so we understand why they don't like to ruffle any feathers. They don't. That's not in their nature. They don't like to ruffle any feathers. So of course they're gonna tie it up and put it in the bow. They're gonna a lot of the times they put rejection in the bow, and of course a lot of them don't. But yeah, we know what's going on here.
What is your type?
Yeah, I would definitely give it a try. I'm not necessarily always about physical, but I had to pop a balloon. So.
And the other thing, he already assumed. See, this is giving off low value too. See, brothers, this is the insights I'm getting. He's giving off low value too. He said, I already figured that it might be the height, and she never mentioned the height yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, 5'10" is above average, and most women will, 5'10" is okay. Like that would be like a minimum, or 5'9" is 5'10", 5'11". That would be a minimum that they'll be able to deal with. So don't don't short yourself by, speaking your lack of value by just saying, yeah, I figured. Don't ever talk like that, bro. Don't do that. Let her speak for herself, man.
Okay.
Respect.
All right. Thank you. All right. I'm going to have you ask these guys a question just to help you narrow it down.
Okay. How would you say that you tend to deal with conflict? Anytime that there's an issue, are you the type to walk away? Do you need a moment? Do you have to talk right then and there? What would you say? Like, how do you tend to deal with conflict?
Okay. Your name and age and the answer to your question.
So my name is Josh. I'm 39. How I deal with conflict is basically I'm slow to respond. So matter of fact, react. So I rather respond, right? So that's just how I deal with it.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
That was not a clarification at all, brothers. We gotta learn how to, express our thoughts and our visions. And of course, I've struggled with that at times. But we gotta learn how to express our thoughts and our visions. That doesn't really say much. I would just say it depends on the situation. But let's see what the rest of these fellas say.
Well, okay.
You want to add more?
What about you? How do you?
I like to take time also because I know myself. I know that I'm working on myself as well. So I definitely am the type of person who likes to take some time because I know we're going to come back. I'm the type of person that will always come back and talk about it. So, but yeah, if you could just respect what I'm trying to grow into, as long as my person is there where I'm trying to grow and behavior traits that I'm trying to unlearn, that's exactly what I need.
Okay.
So
if I needed some time to gather my thoughts, are you the type to kind of like, you need the answers now, or you're going to give me if I say I need, some space? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're able to communicate, I need space because I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to let you know I need some space. I'm not just going to not talk or not say anything. But as long as you're able to let me know, okay, cool. I know we're still good. We're okay. So, okay.
All right, let's go to our next person here. Your name and age and the answer to your question.
Hi, my name is Bassi. I'm 36. I deal with conflict.
Yeah.
So mostly what I usually do is I don't usually get mad. I'm more like a fun player. I like to joke around a lot. So even it's very hard for me to get mad. So if I did get mad or whatever, what I usually do for the most part is I just take a space, a little break, then think about the whole thing. What's the reason why we're mad about? So and I'll talk to you about it, and I'll be like, you know what did I do wrong? And you just let me know, and we'll move on from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
These brothers are nervous, man. I get it. Damn, man. Just what I'm starting to notice, this is the thing about the modern world. Men, we need a lot of time to think things through because, since we're naturally conquerors and we're the ones that build the world for the most part, we got to understand how things work. And since we have to understand how things work, we must take a lot of time to think things through. Damn near every aspect of life, think it all the way through. So you'll be prepared for questions like this, for situations like this. Like, it comes off that, these men don't really, ponder or contemplate these situations. Maybe they do. I'm not saying that they don't. There's a lot of men that are actually geniuses, but they don't know how to express their vision or their thoughts. So I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying that we should take that into account, that we need to take time to actually do some contemplation and meditation, which you may call it, to actually filter out information that we've picked up, anything that we learn, and turn it into wisdom so we can actually put it into practical use and communicate it.
Thanks.
All right. Our next guy, your name and age, and how do you deal with conflict?
My name is Kenneth. My age is 35. Conflict, if it goes hand in hand with like a disagreement, I would say disagreements should be handled like, shouldn't be escalated. If two people care about each other and the relationship is important, it shouldn't go that far.
Right.
So if they value the relationship, it should be talked about. So it'll be de-escalated real quickly.
Absolutely.
So that's what I think.
Okay, good. Okay. Name and age, and how do you handle conflict?
My name Johnny, age 34. I'm growing. I used to break stuff, but as I get older, I learned that the best thing to do, if you can't handle or compose yourself, is to just kind of walk away until you kind of can regain and, be in a mature space that you can talk about the situation. But I'm still in the process of growing, but I think just walking away from the situation and then just being like, we can talk about it later, because right now I'm just at the agitated state.
Yeah.
So just just knowing yourself.
Yeah.
And
Okay, thank you.
to be honest.
All right. Our next guy, your name and age, and how do you handle conflict?
This is just some game. I'm not saying to lie. I mean, he kind of shared a little bit too much as far as him using the break stuff. I mean, this is my channel, so I will be open and transparent with some of my past. But in a situation like this, you just, again, to display value, you just kind of express your thoughts on the situation. You don't have to actually go too much on the past, because the thing about men is we have to transform and to become better to be able to mate. We have to go through things and overcome things. So if you just show the end result, like you just, expressing your thoughts on the question that's asked, you could just, express where you are currently, just saying how you deal with conflict. You don't have to go into the past. Now, once you get deeper into the relationship, maybe you can express that might be your past, but tie it into how you are now and how you've actually transformed. And that would be such a powerful expression of your value and you transforming and overcome, limitations. But you don't have to, you don't got to express all that right then and there, brother. You don't have to do that.
My name is George. I'm 35. I handle conflict by first taking my time. I don't like to overreact, because overreaction is the worst reaction in my book. But I like to take my time, come back, give me about a day or so to come back, and then we can resolve what we had going on.
You always need a day? Like that's your time frame?
No.
I was thinking the same thing. You always need a day. Don't it depend on the situation? Like you assess the situation, that just depends on how long it takes for you to process things, and it depends on the situation. Sometimes certain situations need to be addressed right then and there, but not out of not an emotional reaction. Have some decorum and have some stoicism. Be stoic, but it just depends on the situation, man. Some things it takes time. Some things you need to step away. It just depends on the situation. Maybe your significant other reacts in a certain way to where you have to assess, not how do I come about that? There's a lot of things I got to look at here. So it just depends on the situation. It's not always 1 day or 2 days. You know what I'm saying? It's not set in stone like that. Life don't work like that. Life has a flow to it, and you gotta react. You have to respond based on what's at hand. If you just have a fixed way of doing things mentally, or when it comes to strategy, it's not always gonna go down like that. It's just not. You're just gonna be ill prepared. Trying to over prepare is being ill prepared. Take that one with you. You heard me.
Okay.
No,
it
not at all.
can take a day.
It can.
Okay.
At the most.
But you're able to communicate something, right? You're not a silent treatment type of person?
No,
okay.
not at all. I'm very communicative. You know what I'm saying? But at the day, at the most. But I'm very communicative.
Okay.
I'm very, very communicative.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Time to pop some balloons. I am going to have you pop 2 balloons. Jeez. I know. Based off of what you heard, whatever it may be, go ahead and pop those 2.
Gotta do it.
Okay, and then one more. Okay, let's start right on over here. Why did we end up popping his?
It's really hard. I had to pop my balloon. Honestly, if I had to say, it would just be I don't want to say it's a physical connection. We're only going off of a few questions right now, so I have to play the game and pop a balloon. So
you could just say you're not attracted to him. It's okay. Let the men feel the burn of rejection, bro. We need that. You feel me? That's how we get. Gives us the possibility to get better, man. Come on, man.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. And so, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Just curiosity to get to know the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is she someone that's your type?
I would say yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes her your type?
I love originality. Original hair. Just everything. It's just her. You know what I'm saying? Put together.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect. And let's go to our next guy here. Why did we end up popping his balloon?
Okay, I do have a reason why I popped your balloon, and it was because you say that you have a history of domestic violence, and it's not okay for me. So I had to pop your balloon for that reason.
I understand. I mean, I just was being honest, and I did state that I'm working on it, and
Absolutely.
that I have different methods of dealing with situations, but it wasn't like physical with a woman. It's just like I said, break things.
Yeah.
But that's still in that range.
Understand.
But I'm learning and growing every day. You're very beautiful, and
Thank you.
just definitely give off good vibes and got direction and know where you're going. And definitely someone I would be attracted to.
Thank you.
Talk to, but thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we do.
I promise you this though. There's and it's very understandable why she rejected him. Any woman that, because I used to have similar issues. Any woman that would reject me for that, I would totally understand. But I will say this: depending on how much of that guy you are and how evolved you are, like that end result, I'm telling you, a lot of women will let that pass because you are far away from what you just described right there. Like, what? Wait, you did that? I can't see it. Nah, I can't see it. I'm telling you, that shit, that is a reality.
We have 3 balloons left. Go ahead and ask these guys another question.
What would you say? What have you guys have identified about yourself? Any characteristics that you would say has made it challenging for you guys to have a successful relationship, i.e., a toxic trait?
Okay, let's start down there. We always start with him. Let's give him some time. All right, the answer to her question?
My toxic trait is I tend to move fast. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on being patient and just taking my time.
Okay.
Yep.
I appreciate that honesty.
No problem.
Okay.
That man don't got no masculine boundaries. That's what that's called. And I'm gonna just say this too, man. I'm just go ahead and say it. The way the brother's body is constructed kind of shows that too. So I'm not very surprised. His body language, along with how his body's constructed, kind of match what he just said, honestly. So I'm gonna just go ahead and say that and leave that there.
If you're not making $158,000 per year,
our next guy over here,
fellas.
the answer to your question.
Sorry, can you ask that question again? Because it seems like it was in 2 in 1.
What characteristic traits about yourself that you've identified and noticed that you can say be a toxic trait to your relationship?
Well, for me, I joke around a lot in my relationship, and I mean, I'm good at that. Sometimes that could be like a defense mechanism for me. So I think that might be like a little, but I do know when to be serious though. So yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. I'm just very I'm not really like confrontational kind of a person, especially towards female, and I'm not. Yeah.
So it can come off as like dismissive or nonchalant.
No, I just joke around a lot. Like this hasn't we're having a conversation about let's talk about the sport now. I'm the one that might tease you over that. So yeah, I'm that kind of a person.
I get
so,
you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, next guy.
Yes, my name. So,
Oh, you
Okay.
can say your name again, but the answer to the question.
so my name is Josh. I believe a toxic trait that I have, possibly having some difficulty opening up. So that's like something I struggle with. So I want to know more about you, but I've noticed that people said that I have difficulty open up. So
Okay.
yeah.
To see now that I don't see that one right there. I guess that depends, but that shit, you might be just talking about stoicism right there. You don't have to express everything in the fucking book that you're feeling and seeing. I don't know if that's exactly what he means when it comes to opening up, but there's power in mystery, not secrecy. There's a difference. There's power in mystery. Sometimes there are things that's not called for you to express at any given time. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Then I also want to add this for some of the brothers out there that have like stage fright. I don't know if I would call this stage fright. They have a lot of. There's these two brothers right here definitely nervous. The thing that helped me out with that, especially now that I, there's certain things where I put myself on the front stages. There's things that I do for a living that does that, especially just speaking on this video right now. The thing is, like, once you add that abundance consciousness with detachment on the situation, without expectation, you have expectancy, but not expectation. If you don't know the difference, I guess you can just look that up. And also adding in the element of, I have a vision that's very unique and, that's very different and raw as fuck. I just want it to be heard. I'm here for me to speak. I want to be heard. You hear me? That's the way I approach sales. Like, in sales training, when people was going through sales training, my peers, they just was very, very nervous when it came to the test. And it's like, yeah, of course you're nervous beforehand, but it's like, shit, I'm ready to get into this shit. I want to showcase my skills. Showcase yourself. Fearlessly, brothers. Fearlessly. And you know what'll help with that? Showcase. Go to the gym and go hard. Every rep, go 110%. I bet you that will help you at every level of your life. 100.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You know what time it is. Time to pop.
Okay, how many?
One.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Okay. All right. So why did we end up popping his balloon?
Not that it would ever be an issue, but I'm a Pisces, so my entire life revolves around emotions. So sometimes it may be taken the wrong way. If you're playing and I'm really serious, it may come off as a misunderstanding. And of course, in that heat of the moment, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to understand that person where you're coming from. And mainly more so, it's just going to be the whole joking matter, I guess. And I had to pop a balloon, so.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, thank you very much.
And so why did you have your balloon unpopped for her?
I was just curious, trying to see what she's all about, and you do look good, by the way. So yeah, I like her energy, her flow, very calm. So yeah.
Cool. Thank you. All right, guys. Any questions for her? We got one down here.
What is 3 characteristics that people will say about you that stands out? I'm sorry, that didn't sound right.
No, I understand what you meant.
Thank you.
I'm very personable. That's
Okay.
one characteristic. With that, I'm a goofball. I like to play, but don't let him hear that. And I would say I'm very thoughtful. That's also another characteristic that people would say about me.
Okay. Cool.
Good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. You had some time to think. What's your question?
Okay, question. So sexuality is a very big thing for me. Exploration, are you into that? Is that too much of a forward question right now?
I'm gonna need a little bit more detail.
Okay, I mean, just getting to a place where you're more vulnerable, and I guess
I'm open to that.
you're open to that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Quickly.
Okay, all right, okay, all
I think
right.
you
So
good?
yeah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. All right, so it is time to pop a balloon.
Okay.
Oh, go for it.
So, the gym is a very big, important aspect, right, of my life. So, what is your concept? Like, what do you think about the gym? Constant improvement. What are your thoughts on that? Are you into the gym?
I work out. I like to hike. I'm a very active person. So, yeah, I go to the gym.
Okay. All right.
All right. Time to pop a balloon.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah.
All right, so what do you end up popping?
Yeah, I seen it automatically. You could see it in her face, man. She was flustered. The brother had her flustered a little bit. Or let's see though. That's what it looks like.
I love everything about you. I love that you wear your heart on a sleeve because I do as well. I love that you're thoughtful. You take your
Now
time.
hold on. Now, yeah, I love that you have your heart on your sleeve. I do as well. Now, she's expressing traits that she likes, that's cool, that's lovable, but is she expressing primal tendencies or traits that she'll be aroused by? Just pay attention to that, fellas. Really pay attention to that.
With conflict and confrontation, I just feel like as far as a match-wise, I just wasn't feeling that initial connection. I'm so sorry.
You know what that connection means? Do you know what that connection is? Let's talk about it, man. What is he giving off to her as being the man in her life? What is he giving off? Is he giving off anything that comes off as stay dangerous, protect and provide at all costs? Does anything come off as that? Or is it just more like a partner, a friend, a buddy? That's how he's coming off.
Understand. I understand.
Sorry.
Respect.
Okay, perfect. Let's head on back. All right, let me bring you on up here. So, I know you thought hard for those questions. So I don't know if you have any final questions, but any final questions between either one of you?
I don't have any final questions.
No. Me neither.
Okay, so is it a yes for you for her?
It's definitely yes.
Is it a yes for you for him?
It's a yes.
We got a match! I'll take this and you guys can go on off.
No offense, but if you still think Star...
Got our next
My
single
bad for these
lady.
ads, man. So we probably gonna do this last one. Might cut off in the middle of it. But
Hello,
let's see what
welcome
happens
in.
here.
What's your name?
Hold on, let me make sure y'all hear me. We might cut it off after this last one, or we might cut it off halfway. But let's see what's going on here.
Name's Kendra.
Kendra, how old are you?
I'm 29.
And what do you do?
What I tell y'all about the ages, man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, I wish somebody, I ain't gonna do it, but I wish somebody would just tally up all the average age of all the women that's on this show.
I work in sports. I lead an athlete marketplace and help source NIL deals for athletes.
Very cool. What are some things I could do for fun?
I love the gym. I'm really active. I also love my dogs. I love reading.
Okay. Now, what are some things you look for in a man?
I love to see discipline. I enjoy empathy. And I would say that seeing leadership in females in leadership positions is not scary or intimidating.
Okay. Now, what are some deal breakers?
Multiple baby mamas.
Okay.
I would say someone that isn't understanding or patient. That's another big one.
Okay. Cool. So, no pop balloons. Oh, okay. Right when I said that, we got one. Let's go over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
All right, my name is Bassie. I'm 36. You do